Let's get started. Let me introduce you to this app. This app here is called Automobile Engineering. It contains everything you need to know about automobile engineering, which is one of the most exciting professions you can choose from the global concerns of automobile production, teaching cars how to drive themselves, to working and owning your own automobile. Okay guys, let's go into the app right now. This is the app, Automobile Engineering. So amazing, having a lot of chapters and topics, general concept, advancing in IC engine or internal combustion engines, diesel combustion emission conditioning, fuel injection, urban transportation system, fuel technology, auto parts and its manufacturing, auto chassis and technology. Guys, we're not going to be looking at all the chapters and topics that we can study in school, but we're going to look at the chapters and topics that are going to help us to become automobile professionals. So guys, you can actually see that this app has a lot of topics that are going to actually help us become automobile professionals. So guys, the first thing here is, what is automobile engineering? So we actually go to the app. You scroll down a little bit here, we go on the general concept. So we see what is automobile engineering. Automobile engineering is a branch of engineering which deals with designing, manufacturing and operating automobiles. It is a segment of vehicle engineering which deals with motorcycles, buses, trucks and so on. It includes mechanical, electrical, electronic, software and safety elements. So guys, that is automobile engineering. Okay guys, the next thing we're going to be seeing here is automobile production and designing, seeing how a vehicle is being produced from the factory. So that's what we're going to be seeing right now. So this is the first process of vehicle production. This is called assembling process, where these machines assemble the various parts that are going to be used to produce the vehicle, putting them together. These machines are machines that carry the various parts and bringing them together to continue the assembling process of vehicle production. Here is the major assembling process where the various parts of the vehicle are produced and put together. Okay guys, the assembling process is over and we're now schooling the various parts, moving towards the completion of the vehicle. Here we continue the schooling process and finalize it by pushing the vehicle backward for the designing process to begin. So guys, we begin the designing process, designing the vehicle the way we want it to be. here we try to round up the process of designing faster. It's gonna be a black car for sure. Yeah, these are the door designs. And now we're moving the vehicle to the final production process. So guys, let's wait and see the vehicle that we have actually been producing. Guys, after producing a car, let's look at how a car works. How the car drives, the engine, the gears, the brakes. When the driver gets into the car, turns the key ignition or press the start button, the car battery powers up, sending power to the starter motor, which turns the crankshaft. Then the crankshaft gets the position moving. With the position moving, guys, the engine fires up and ticks over. A fan draws air into the engine via an air filter. Then the air filter removes dirt and breathes from the air. The clean air now is drawn into a chamber where the fuel is added. So the fuel air mixer now is stored in the chamber. Then the driver presses the accelerator pedal, the throttle is open, and then the car gets started. So guys, that is the process of how a car works when the driver actually starts the car. Next, on how the car works, let's look at the steering system. So under advanced concept on the app, let's look at the 90-degree steering system. So guys, this is it here, 90-degree steering mechanism. This project works on the principle that the two alternative diagonal wheels, that is the front left and the back left, will steer together to give the turning motion to the vehicle, and similarly with the other two wheels through the chain drive arrangement. In this, the vehicle and all its four wheels will be independently working, and the battery provided, which is connected to the control unit, will provide the necessary power supply. So guys, still under how the car works, let's look at the engines. Under automotive engines in this app, we look at the engines and working principles. So guys, mainly in a vehicle, what we have in a vehicle is called a heat engine, where a heat engine is a machine which converts energy into mechanical energy. So the combustion of fuels such as coal, petrol, diesel actually generates heat. So this heat is supplied to a working substance at very high temperature. So we have two kinds of heat engines. We have external combustion and internal combustion engines. So you can actually know more on this app. So guys, the next and most exciting thing we will see under working of a car is the speed. The highest speed limit in the United States, generally 113 kilometers in the inland eastern state, and 121 kilometers to 129 kilometers in inland western state. So the next country we're going to see here is India. Speed limits in India vary by state and vehicle type. In April 2018, the Union Ministry of Transport and Highways fixed this maximum speed limit on expressways at 120 kilometers, for national highways at 100 kilometers per hour, and for urban roads at 70 kilometers per hour, depending on the categories of vehicles. In northern Cyprus, guys, the maximum speed limit on motorways is 100 kilometers per hour, and the lowest speed limit is 65 kilometers per hour. Most vehicles actually run at a speed of 80 kilometers per hour. So guys, after looking at the speed, let's look at the vehicle gears and brake. So let's go read about the different types of brakes in the app. So we'll go to general concept. We take on types of brakes. Brakes may be broadly described as using friction, pumping, or electromagnetics. One brake may use several principles. For example, a pump may pass fluid through an orifice to create friction. So we have different types of brakes. We have frictional brake, pumping brake, electromagnetic brake, hydraulic brake, air brake, and anti-braking system. So guys, that's it for the brakes. The last thing we will see here on working of a car is the foiling of a car. So we go to Automobile Foil and Lubricants in the app. So we're going to see what is petroleum. Petroleum is a natural occurring yellowish black liquid found in geological formations beneath the Earth's surface. It is commonly refined into different types of foils. Components of petroleum are separated using a common technique called fractional distillation. That is the separation of liquid mixture into fractions differing in boiling points by means of distillation, typically using a fractioning column. So guys, after petroleum is being refined at the different refinery factories, so it is now sold here at gas station as foil, so cars can be foiled and people can drive around. Let's see. So that's it for intelligent road transport system. Let's look at vehicle-to-vehicle communication and electric cars. So we go to the app on urban transportation system to read about vehicle-to-vehicle communication. Vehicle-to-vehicle communication, or V2V communication, is an upcoming technology under development by automotive giants such as Toyota and Tesla. It promises to make human driving safer and become an enabler of autonomous driving by connecting vehicles and road infrastructure via hub networks. So guys, that's it for vehicle-to-vehicle communication or V2V communication. Let's look at new generation electric vehicles.
Guys, thank you for watching. Next on Jexton Digital Technology is Aerospace.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis on a mission to build, resupply, and to do research on the International Space Station.
Houston now controlling Atlantis. 30 seconds into the flight. Atlantis almost 2 miles in altitude, almost 6 miles.
So, Aerospace is our next video. Make sure you subscribe and press the bell icon to watch more videos on Jexton Digital Technology channel.